Hey guys and girls, this is Mark over at ASUS International, and today I got the honor to presenting a new laptop that just was released, the G751 gaming notebook. It's part of our ROG line. It's absolutely phenomenal. I'm excited about it. I hope you're excited about it as well. And it has everything you're looking for in a gaming system. One thing in particular that is bar none the best that you can find on the market is the GeForce 980M graphics card. It's superb, and I'll tell you more about that, and also some other features that this laptop has. All right, so to continue on with what this laptop presents and represents to the gaming community, I just wanted to go over a couple key features to the product. For one, if you look at the top layer, it's actually really cool for gamers and what have you because it's such a sleek look. So if you look right here, it stands out, it just pops out, and it's really nice. Some other quick things to note about the laptop itself is the keyboard here. I think you guys can see it. It actually has some new features on the keyboard itself. For one, it actually has several micro keys on the system. One in particular that I'm excited about, and makes it really easy to use this system, is the Steam button. Once you press the Steam button, it will automatically access big picture mode, which is pretty sweet because you don't have to go through your computer and find the big picture mode and go through that option that way. Another cool button that we have here is the ASUS Game Experience. What that is basically it allows you to kind of tweak your system and go above and beyond what you typically could do with the system, and it allows you to quick access things such as to seeing how much memory is being used at that time, what your hard drive is looking at the moment, and several other key features. So I'm pretty excited about those things because they're such quick accessible type buttons that you can find and access everything right away. So it's pretty cool. So moving on from that, if you look at the bottom of the computer, it's actually pretty neat how they have everything set up. We actually present two fans in the bottom of this chassis here, which makes for excellent cooling. It also is amazing with that because we can overclock this by 5%. We have this quick access button with program that you can just easily tweak the system. Now, something else that I think, if you haven't noticed a screwdriver here already, when you want to upgrade, for instance, I notice a lot of times if you're looking at like a gaming system, you have to unscrew quite a bit of different things on the bottom of the chassis to get to what you need to do. So what's really nice about this ROG laptop is that you just need this guy about 1 minute or less, I would say. Here, I'll show you how easy it is. And voila. You get access to the memory, you get access to your SSD, and you get access to your mSATA, or if you want to upgrade to a different type of SSD, you can do that as well. So everything is pretty much streamlined with this system. You don't have to worry about doing all these extra different combinations of things to get it working right. It works right away. Let's continue looking at the outside of the laptop, shall we? So if you look at the outside, it has everything that you'll need as far as gaming goes. So you have your headphone port in, your microphone port, you have a line in, so if you have some external device that you want to send this sound into this device, you can do so. You have USB 3.0s, you have a Thunderbolt port, HDMI 1.4 port, Ethernet, VGA, and then of course you have your power port. One nice thing about the HDMI 1.4 port is it actually features 4K 2K technology, so you're able to shoot to a 4K monitor without any issues. So it comes with the latest, greatest already built in, and you do not have to worry about upgrading in the future. So we just flipped around the laptop and to look at the other parts that you have on here. So you have your USB 3.0s, you have your Blu-ray player, which is essential nowadays. I mean, why not, right? And you also have your SD card, sorry. And what ties that all together is you wonder why would you want to have a Blu-ray player with this sort of laptop? Well, guess what? The IPS monitor here, 1080p. So you're going to get the best visuals, the best clarity, the best overall experience with your multimedia as well. All right, to continue forth with our gaming series laptop, it's actually the part that I'm most excited for because I am a gamer, is talking more about the gaming features of this laptop. So some basic things that you may have not noticed, or if you look at pictures online or what have you, would never pick this up. I do because I am a gamer and I already played with it a little bit with such games, Battlefield 4, some Watch Dogs, things of that sort. I mean, I love to game, as I mentioned. So if you look at the keyboard, we actually have this little dot here, which it doesn't seem like much at this time. It's actually pretty neat because say if it's really dark out and you can't really see what keys you're using, if you notice that's for the W, you can actually press that and you can feel the actual W key, so which is really, really neat. Another nice difference that we have with this keyboard is if you look at the space bar. If you notice that it's a little bit nudged out, when you have your hand flat down on it, you can actually use it. So a lot of times that's the jump space bar, and it's, or whatever you want to program it for, what have you. But you can actually use that, and it just feels comfortable. So the whole setup is just extremely comfortable to use, and it allows for a little bit better gaming experience, in my opinion. So moving on, some of the hardware specifications that you have. This laptop actually features a 4th generation i7 processor, which, that's actually, should be able to run most games at pretty high settings. So you have that to look forward to. We also have the latest and greatest wireless technology in here, the 802.11ac.ac. So you'll be on the go, Wi-Fi ready, the whole thing. It's up to 32 gigabytes RAM, so you can also upgrade in the future, so that's also nice. And then last but not least, you have a battery saving mode on here. When enabled, it actually boosts up your battery 2 times. So that's phenomenal. If you know anything about G series laptops, typically you have to plug them in, but in this case, you can actually play, and that actually allows you to have 30 frames per second minimal when you have that setting enabled. So you still get a pretty solid experience when you have that feature enabled, as I mentioned. So that's an idea, and I think that it makes for an absolute wonderful experience playing online when you game. Overall, it's something I would highly, highly recommend. Another gaming feature that I wanted to discuss with you is actually something I really like about this laptop because it helps tremendously with battery life. It's called NVIDIA Battery Boost, and what's nice about this is you can actually set your frame rates while you're in the game to reserve battery. So say for instance you have 30 frames per second compared to 50 frames per second. So you can set the two between. If you say 50 frames per second, the battery is going to decrease quite a bit more, but if you set it to say 30, it will give you probably up to about 2 times the battery life, which is really nice. So let me show you all you have to do, which is really easy. Just pop up NVIDIA GeForce Experience, scroll over to Preferences, which it's already labeled there, so you'd press that, and then it's going to set up another screen here. So at this point, you would set the frame rate target when on battery, which is fairly easy to do, and then you're going to have this graph underneath. And as you can see, you can actually adjust it on the fly with where you want your frames per second. Now, the higher this is, the faster your battery will go. So ideally, you would want to have it about 30 frames per second. That's the optimal setting that you would be able to use. And you can unplug this laptop and be able to game online without any problems. So there you go. That's another one of the nice features that this laptop has. So, all right, so that was an overview of the ROG G751 gaming notebook. I actually am going to pick one of these up right after I shoot this video, so that's where I'll be in case you're wondering. My name is Mark. This is ASUS. This is the ROG. This is the best. I'll see you later.